All right, welcome to another episode from the chart readers, and I'll be honest, there are only juicy setups on this video. Oh my gosh. VIRI, OUST, two stocks I've been talking about for a while, both still delivering. And then GCT is an interesting ticker someone threw on the comments. So a good amount of positivity here. And I'll be honest, I've been holding VIRI for a lot longer than I've expected, in all honesty. And with OUST, I actually made an average up, and I'm really glad I did it. And I'll talk to you about why I wanted to buy more and, what led me to that decision, okay? But just as always, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this thing with your friends, comment good or bad. Honestly, anything you can do really does help with the YouTube algorithms. But for real, just being here and giving me your time is super, super appreciated, okay? All right, let's get into it. And man, what I got to zoom out to really show what this stock is about, right? We are looking at a really strong potential for a nice move up, okay? So, but listen to me. I am not here to talk about $7. I am not here to talk about $5. The highest I'm here to talk about is $3.26. And in all honesty, I'm pretty sure we're going to draw one more line, because honestly, I know, like I said, I have my money in this stock, right? So like I very much have a plan here, and I'll at least share some of my thoughts with you, okay? But just before we go deeper, listen, I talk about the 8 moving average and the 20 moving average so much, all right? This isn't a really good example to show it, but look, bad things happen when you're under the line, and then really, really good things happen when you're over it. Because what you end up doing is you just bounce on the line as it goes up, right? And man, it's been a beautiful, beautiful break. Really, I wish I got here. I had no idea. Like, Jay brought me this stock, right? I had no idea what this thing was, right? But yeah, this thing has just, like a champion, been holding the 8 moving average. And what happened today? What happened today? We broke the 200 moving average. Huge. All right, we are now over all 5 lines. Obviously, this single day means nothing to me, right? I don't want to say it means nothing. It's an important thing, but I care way more about tomorrow or Tuesday, right? I care about the next candle's confirmation way, way more than today, okay? If good things happen, for real, if good things happen, like, it could be silly, right? As I just zoom out, there's not any resist. There's no resist. The only thing in here is this single red candle, and I don't draw resistance lines on reds, right? There's no support, no resistance. Like, this is a sexy channel. We just broke the only resistance on the daily chart, at least, right? So if Tuesday goes up, it's going to go up huge. If this thing was to come down, I think the 200 itself, 132, is a really fair expectation. It's roughly 50% candle, and it's obviously the line itself, right? So if it was going to come down, hopefully it does not go any lower than 132. But honestly, MACD looks good. RSI, look, RSI is a little high, but we're not in the 80s. Like, this thing can still make one more pop before we're like, all right, let's see what happens. You know what I mean? So sexy daily chart, all right? The weekly is where I see my next resistance coming in, and it's this 50 line right here, okay? On the weekly, it's telling me 208 is going to be really hard to break. And, I'm going to draw a line at, I think $2 might be too low. Sorry. Because, look, I'm not here pretending I know the math, right? But this line is, you know what? I'm just going to draw it at 2. Let's raise it just a little bit. Let's call it like 205. 205. Let's call it 205. I think 205 is a very real resistance that and look, it actually happens to be roughly the bottom of this line. For real, I would not have drawn it based on the bottom of this line. If the 50 moving average was not there, I would not have put it here, right? But what is the actual bottom of this? What did you open at? Or what did you close at? You closed at 2. I guess I'll take it back down to the $2 line then. We just raised it from 2 to 205. I'll marry it up. But again, I honestly care less about the bottom of this candle and way more about what I'm anticipating the 50 moving average to come down to, right? Because again, it's definitely downtrending. I don't know the math. I have no idea what Tuesday is going to read, but yeah, if I had to guess, it's probably going to be around $2, right? So expect some resistance, but again, we're adding more than 50 cents on a stock that has less than 3 50-cent pieces in it. You know what I mean? So huge percentages if this thing's gonna go. And man, this weekly RSI is really high. I for sure don't think we're gonna get over the 50, but yeah, maybe we touch the 50 sometime in the day and then call it a day, right? So lovely though, to say the least. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of what's going to happen with this 200, I think, right now. So VIRI, I'm liking what I'm seeing, to say the least. Oust. Oops. Oust, man. Look at this bad boy. Just like VIRI, but not as long, obviously. Look, this is a beautiful example. Bad things happen under the 8 moving average. It just becomes this difficult line to break over until it becomes a really hard line to lose, right? That's what we just saw on VIRI. It becomes this hard line to lose instead of this almost impossible line to get over, right? So I'm liking that we're using the 8 well. I'm liking that the 20's coming up. I'm liking that we've broken the 50 and seemingly confirm. I like that the biggest candle to the left closed at 632 and today closed at 644. Hell yeah, we're better than the biggest candle to the right. And one more time, we are pretty much looking at coming to 708. In all honesty, I don't even think this is going to be much of a resistance. And I think this 864 is pretty much the line, because that's give or take what the 100 moving average is at, pretty much at 9, right? So there's a legitimate shot that this thing goes from 640 to roughly 9. That's a nasty flip if it happens. And again, where are we today? Red. There's a lot of, there's not that much plateau. Okay, this is an important line. It's definitely the bottom right here. It's definitely the bottom right here. Oh man, if that breaks though, things can get interesting, because now we're talking about breaking some moving averages that we haven't broken in a long time. But the cool thing is there's a really healthy distance before we start talking about these lines. And in all honesty, these lines aren't coming down hard. They're actually kind of staying horizontal. So there's a lot of reason to believe that this fat gap fill might actually stay this size for a while. So loving it, okay? On Oust, on the last video, one of the things I talked about was this day. I talked about the fact that on 519, I watched this whole day go down, and I very much thought about selling, but I did not, because the 8 moving average held, and boom, beautiful. Same moment happened right here on 524, and truth be told, I bought more end of the day. I said, you know what? We're holding the 8 right here. I think we're going to keep doing it. I think we're going to just bounce and bounce and bounce and go and bounce. And yeah, I bought end of the day down here. Clearly, that so far so good was nice, right? So again, using the 8 moving average is good as your support. And look, if you do it well, it's your point to buy some more before we bounce back up again. You know what I mean? So liking the MACD, it's definitely in the positive. RSI is still a really healthy number. We're not even in the 70s. And look, volume's starting to go down right here. Volume's starting to go down right here. It kind of seems like volume might be starting to go up right here, right? So that, and look, even here, down, 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 down. Oh, up. Cool. Interesting, right? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, weekly. I'm loving this weekly because, again, it's also pretty much saying $9 is probably where you're going to want to go, right? Red. I am loving Oust, to say the least, all right? So super happy here for sure. Now, look, where am I going to start getting scared is if we start to lose 560. All right, I do not want to lose this red line, but I'm telling you, on Tuesday, I'm expecting us to go up and not even worry about this, did I call the red line a blue line? I'm not sure. But yeah, don't lose 560. That's for sure, for sure. Okay, GCT. Interesting chart right here, okay? First and foremost, I have no idea what this, oh shit, this is not even that, this is a new stock. Interesting, it's actually been less than a year. Look, few things that are jumping out at me, right? It has for sure been under the 8 and the 20 for a long, long time, all right? It's now been in a horizontal cluster for a pretty long time, right? Tries to go up, comes back down. Tries to go up, comes back down. Actually makes a nasty move. Looked like it was going to come down, but today was important. Today was really important. Looks like we retake 50% candle of this red. It looks like the 8 moving average wants to go up. It looks like the 20 moving average wants to go up. It looks like the MACD wants to keep going. It looks like the RSI has now cooled and might start flipping, right? Volume was nice today. Look, there's only 4 things we have, and check, 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 check. Right now, I need just a little bit more. I actually really do. And honestly, I don't need a lot more. All I really need is a sign that it's going to go up. And the one thing I want to do is I want to start seeing these numbers. Where are we here? Oh man, this day closed at 642. Today we closed at 645. I'm at least glad we got over that. That's nice to see. What are you? Nice, we're over that one as well. And then what's 50% candle here? Okay. All right, I think that's a little aggressive of what I would need for confirmation, but I do think that this is going to be a bit of a resistance right here. It's roughly 50% candle, and give or take, you can kind of call this a gap fill kind of moment, right? That said, I'll be real honest with you. I almost want to set my alert for 646. I literally, like, I don't care about after hours. I'm a little curious. Ooh, this bad boy's going up. Interesting. Again, I care about regular hours and this 645 number way more, but I like that it's going up in after hours for real. I'm going to set 2 alerts here. I am going to set an alert at 696. I want to know, sorry, 6.96. I want to know when we're a penny over this line. I actually very much do. I'm torn about a 646 one. I think I do. I think I want to know if I'm a penny over today. I do. 646. Let's see it. Interesting. Again, if this was going to come down, I could see it coming down to 618. But hopefully it does not go any lower than 618. And then for real, obviously you don't want to go any lower than the whole candle itself, right? Because then you're going to start talking about falling back in. But it actually seems like this thing wants to turn around, which is pretty interesting to say the least. This is an important weekly chart. For sure, this is an important weekly chart. Man, look at this thing. All right, we dominate 2 moving averages. The kind of scary thing is, look, this thing says that it could come down as low as 568. If not even as low as basically 550, all right? That's a lot lower than this, 620 worry that I had here, right? So I think very much I would probably set a stop loss around 613 if I had to like put a number to it. What's the bottom of this guy? Would you open? No, that's way too low. Yeah, that's way too low. What's the top of this guy? It's a 5. Nah, still. Yeah, I think 613 might be the safest one. Yeah, 622 is 50% candle and the top of this line actually. So, yeah, I do like this though. I'm just kind of talking about what could happen if it goes down. But this is an interesting one. I'll definitely be looking at this one on Tuesday. So, hey, appreciate your time. Let me know if you disagree with anything. Otherwise, thank you.